When did you watch a clear-cut UCMJ violation get swept under the rug? Fort Hood, 2019. Our battalion commander was Lieutenant Colonel Vincent Shepard, career officer, 22 years in, known for being strict about regulations. We had this specialist named Lane Hartwell, good soldier, 3 years in, never caused problems. His wife Ashley was 8 months pregnant with their first kid. One Tuesday morning, Ashley went into early labor, complications. The hospital called Lane at 0600 during physical training. Lane found his squad leader immediately. Sergeant, my wife's in the hospital. Baby's coming early. They said it's serious. His squad leader, Staff Sergeant Quincy Preston, told him to go. Get out of here. I'll handle the paperwork. Family comes first. Lane rushed to the hospital, stayed there all day while doctors tried to stop the premature labor. Eventually, they stabilized Ashley, but she needed bed rest and monitoring. He got back to base around 1900 that night, exhausted, emotionally drained, but relieved his wife and baby were okay. Next morning, Lane got called to the company commander's office. Captain Nolan Reed was sitting there with Shepard. Neither looked happy. Specialist Hartwell, you left base yesterday without proper authorization, Shepard said. That's absence without leave, a UCMJ violation. Lane's face went white. Sir, my wife was having complications. Sergeant Preston told me to go. Sergeant Preston isn't authorized to grant emergency leave. Only company-level commanders can approve that. You should have gone through proper channels. Sir, there wasn't time. The hospital said it was urgent. Shepard pulled out his regulation book, started reading about proper procedures for emergency situations, how Lane should have contacted the commander first, how failure to follow protocol constituted AWOL. Captain Reed tried to intervene. Sir, this was a legitimate family emergency. His wife could have lost the baby. The regulations don't have exceptions for urgency, Captain. Rules exist for a reason. I was standing guard duty outside the office, could hear everything through the thin walls. My stomach was turning. They were seriously going to charge this guy? Shepard continued. I'm recommending an Article 15. Reduction in rank, forfeiture of pay, extra duty. Lane just stared at him. Sir, my wife needs me right now. The baby could still come early. If I lose rank and pay, I can't afford the medical bills. Should have thought about that before leaving without authorization. Captain Reed stood up. Sir, respectfully, this is insane. Every soldier in this battalion will hear about this. Morale will tank. Then maybe they'll learn to follow regulations. The meeting ended. Lane walked out looking like he'd been punched. I'd never seen someone so defeated. Word spread fast. By lunch, the entire battalion knew. Guys were furious, talking about how the Army doesn't care about families, how regulations matter more than babies. That afternoon, Command Sergeant Major Everett Walsh showed up at Shepard's office. Walsh was old school, 30 years in, respected by everyone. I was still on guard duty, heard every word of what happened next. Sir, we need to talk about Specialist Hartwell. The matter is closed, Sergeant Major. With respect, sir, it's not. I've got 200 soldiers ready to lose faith in this command. Then they need to learn that rules apply to everyone. Walsh's voice got quiet. Dangerous quiet. Colonel, I pulled your personnel file. July 2012, you left Fort Benning without authorization for 4 days. Family emergency involving your father's heart attack. Silence. Your commander at the time, Colonel Brennan Sutherland, swept it under the rug. Said family emergencies deserve compassion, not paperwork. More silence. That commander was my best friend. He told me about it years later. Said you were a good officer who made the right choice in a bad situation. I heard a chair scrape. Shepard's voice came out different, quieter. I didn't think anyone knew about that. I know everything, sir. That's my job. Now, you can charge Hartwell and prove you're a hypocrite, or you can show the same mercy you once received. 10 minutes later, Captain Reed came out smiling, called Lane back into the office. Specialist Hartwell, after reviewing your case, we've determined this was a legitimate emergency. No charges will be filed. You're cleared to take family leave as needed. Lane nearly collapsed with relief. Thank you, sir. Shepard didn't look at him, just signed the paperwork and handed it over. Walsh walked out after them, caught my eye and winked. 3 weeks later, Ashley gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Lane brought pictures to show everyone, named her Hope. Shepard got transferred 6 months later, promoted to full colonel despite the rumor mill. But here's the thing, nobody expected. His change of station speech mentioned Hartwell by name. I almost made the worst mistake of my career, almost punished a soldier for choosing his family. Someone reminded me that I once needed that same mercy. Consider this my official apology. Lane stood up in the crowd, saluted. Shepard saluted back. Walsh retired last year. At his ceremony, 12 different soldiers told stories about him fixing problems nobody else could solve. Lane was one of them. Said Walsh taught him that the best leaders remember what it's like to need help. Shepard sent Walsh a handwritten letter for his retirement. It said, "Thank you for saving me from myself." Walsh framed it. Hangs in his living room next to 30 years of medals and ribbons.